Hello everyone and welcome to another video here on the Cycling Dane Extra channel, and unfortunately on this occasion I'm on my own, and this is because the breaking news that Tadej Pogačar has unfortunately decided not to be part of E3 and Gent-Wevelgem, and this is maybe because of the weather. And obviously, as a rider like Tadej Pogačar, world champion, Grand Tour aspirations down the line as well, he maybe thought that the wet conditions on cobbles was not quite the best scenario for him. Nevertheless, there was some positive news that came out of this. We know that he's confirmed for Tour of Flanders, but the big news is that he is apparently confirmed for Paris-Roubaix. So he's going to be the first Giro or Tour de France champion to ride the cobbles for many years. I can't even remember who. We think Bradley Wiggins, but he didn't ride it straight after being the Tour de France champion. Chris Froome never did it. Contador never did it. Cadel Evans, you name it, and that Tour de France champion did not, in fact, ride the cobbles. So it's a very ballsy move. We know Tadej Pogačar has the panache. He really has the racing ingrained inside him, and seeing him going to the toughest race of them all. We have seen him do the recon in the Arenberg Forest, and of course that went here, there and everywhere. But we don't have Patrick in the video, but that doesn't mean we can't hear what him and I discussed in the E3 Saxo Bank Classic preview. But I mean, speaking of, last year we had a world champion winning, Tadej Pogačar world champion. We've already mentioned it quite a bit now. How do you see his chances here? Obviously, he's only been here the one time that we spoke about, third place. He has also never been to Gent-Wevelgem, which he'll be doing as well, all in preparation to do the Tour of Flanders. And then there is also the big elephant in the room. Will he or will he not go to Paris-Roubaix? On that point, before you answer, we all know that I love these elongated questions, which is sometimes annoying. But friend of the channel, Ewan Wilson, actually sent me something before we started recording, is that Pogačar has apparently said that I did a recon for Paris-Roubaix. Must say that it got my attention. I think in the near future, there's a big chance that I'm on the start line of Paris-Roubaix. I cannot say whether this year or next year, but there is a chance. So let's see, and let's be a little bit surprised. I really like the race. I thought it was going to be too hard for me, but when I did the recon, I thought maybe I can do it. If I am in a good shape, maybe I can try. And this is what Tadej Pogačar said. And then what Ewan Wilson said to me was that there is going to be a decision this week about it. So apparently my question was nothing to do with E3, but I mean, it's kind of a stepping stone. And I mean, Patrick, he said the word surprise in there. So does that mean he's not going? Because that would be the surprise at this point.
Yeah, I guess it would be, wouldn't it? I just kind of want my decision to be made already. I'm just like, please, somebody just tell us. I feel like, as you said, because he was saying about a bit of a surprise, he's done a recon, and it seems like it doesn't sound like he's kind of committed, I suppose. I feel like maybe he's doing a recon for, future years. And it says, it depends on how I feel and whatever. It's all just a load of smoke and mirrors. Just wish people would be more matter of fact sometimes. Just tell us, what's the secrecy? What's it going to change by you saying if you're going or not? Is it going to change other people's schedules? No, because Van der Poel and Van Aert are already going to Paris-Roubaix. It's not like they're going to somehow change their preparation or try harder because you're there. But the race is going to be how it's going to be. So I'm not sure if he'll go or not. Part of me thinks that he won't. He's already got a very busy schedule because Van der Poel isn't doing Gent-Wevelgem, whereas Poggy is. I just feel like Pogačar's generally just had a bit of a busier year than Van der Poel has. And
2 race days.
Yeah,
okay, the cyclocross season as well.
Yeah. But like keeping that going all the way to Paris-Roubaix is going to be quite a long one. And it's kind of, is Poggy going to go just to not be like competitive? I mean, it'll be useful, I suppose, for like a Tour de France sort of recon thing, because there's kind of cobbles in the Tour de France this year.
And never fun cobbles though. They never go down the Arenberg.
I don't think he will go.
Yeah, I think you're right. And I don't, well, you can all kind of think about that as well. Gent-Wevelgem, E3 and Gent-Wevelgem does not really help you for Paris-Roubaix because there are no climbs in Paris-Roubaix. So obviously those tour races are more thinking about the Tour of Flanders. So I think it's all for that. And obviously he's also thinking about the Ardennes Classics as well, which, is he still down for that? Yeah, exactly. So, and It is the thing that is always talked about as well with Paris-Roubaix. There is a reason we haven't seen a Tour de France winner there for, well, okay, Bradley Wiggins and Geraint Thomas maybe, but like they didn't do it when they were the defending champions. Or maybe Bradley Wiggins did. Was he there in 2013? But that aside, he wasn't targeting the GC in that season. The danger of crashing, anything can happen on those cobbles. They are absolutely savage. So with Tadej Pogačar as well, you have to think, how does his characteristics suit Paris-Roubaix? We know he is basically a rider who can race here, there, and everywhere, and there seems to be no limitations on his cycling ability. And he is very much more of a mold like Bernard Hinault, that kind of rider that is able to race on many terrain. But we know the sport of cycling has become very specialized. And yeah, that just makes this even more extraordinary. That Giro d'Italia, Tour de France, well, the Triple Crown last year was him kind of getting rid of another record that seemed to be, or an achievement that seemed out of modern cycling's capabilities. But now we might be looking at a Tour de France champion going on to being competitive at Paris-Roubaix. His experiences of this race is obviously limited. We have to look at the 2022 Tour de France, where he did very well on the Roubaix stage. Obviously, the cobble sectors are not exactly the same that we have in Roubaix, far less. There wasn't the big, heavy ones, because the Tour de France obviously don't want to have their skinny climbers get injured and get out of the race. And by the time you get into the second week, you don't have 10 of the GC riders in it. So there's definitely limited exposure. But what we can take from that stage is he looked very comfortable, to say the least. And yeah, he didn't win the stage, but he was certainly very competitive. And if he's able to do something similar to that, that would be quite interesting. And yeah, Tadej Pogačar at Paris-Roubaix. Did I think we were ever going to be seeing that? I don't think so. But I think also with the rainbow jersey, his aspirations of Milan-San Remo not going to plan. Obviously, he wanted to win, got on the podium, very impressive. But I think here, this is just him casting the die and seeing if he can do it. And I think we should all, as cycling fans, whether you like him or not, I think this is very commendable, because I don't think Jonas Vingegaard or Remco Evenepoel are doing it anytime soon. So limited experience, as we said, but he has been at E3 in the past, as we know. He finished third behind Mathieu van der Poel and Wout van Aert. We know he's won Tour of Flanders after being there twice, finishing fourth one time where he got boxed out, but also winning the 2023 edition in such an impressive manner, putting Mathieu van der Poel to the sword. So the question is, does this one actually suit him? Obviously, there's no hilly cobble climbs. That's where he really made the difference. And yeah, it's a hard one, isn't it? Because it's completely flat. The kind of riders that do well at Paris-Roubaix in the past, cyclocross riders, big time trial engines. He is a good time trialist. He has won a cyclocross race in the past as well. Not at the highest level, but that aside, he has phenomenal bike handling. I think if you can win Tour of Flanders, you can almost do well at Paris-Roubaix. There are exceptions. Alexander Kristoff, we spoke to him about this, and you would have thought he would be better at Paris-Roubaix than the Tour of Flanders, but he has a better record at Tour of Flanders. I think he definitely has the capabilities of doing something here. I don't think he's going to win. Would he be the favorite? I don't think he would be the favorite. I think there are plenty of other riders that probably have a better build and are a lot stronger than him on this kind of terrain. The podium of last year that are very hard to handle. And you throw in Ineos Grenadiers as well, with Josh Tarling, with Filippo Ganna. So Tadej Pogačar is already quite far down in the order. So would he be able to even be competitive? That's another question. I think he could definitely be in a second or third group, and a top 10 could be on the cards. But winning it, I mean, it's probably the wrong thing to count Tadej Pogačar out of anything. But I think on this one, it would be quite hard for him to do something substantial to be competitive. But in terms of UAE, they are a very strong team. Last year, their best result was with Nils Pollard, who was absolutely phenomenal in the Cobble Classics. He finished on the podium in the Tour of Flanders, and then in Paris-Roubaix, he finished fourth. So he would be an extremely good lieutenant for him to have in this race. And if we look at their team, what could be a potential team for them? Obviously, Tadej Pogačar being one, Nils Pollard being another. but I think it would be fairly similar to the team that they had last year with the likes of Miguel Biao in there as well. Morgado, you would probably put him in there. Tim Wellens. There's no Michael Vinke anymore. There's no Alvaro Hodge. Molano would probably not be in here as well. So you would probably be looking at Tim Wellens for sure, Morgado, Miguel Biao, Nils Pollitt, Ruud Hederhotz. Narvaez could maybe be thrown in there. Florian Vermeersch, who has finished second in the 2021 Paris-Roubaix. So it is a very strong unit that UAE Team Emirates could field around a Tadej Pogačar. But I mean, this is very exciting. Could it happen? Could Tadej Pogačar be up there with a Mathieu van der Poel and Jasper Philipsen? I mean, he could get caught out something similar to Mads Pedersen, where he gets marked by Jasper Philipsen. But there's so many strong contenders with a lot of experience, and I think Paris-Roubaix is one of those races that you do need maybe a bit of experience before you can just rock up and absolutely win it. But I think having the world champion here is so commendable and absolutely incredible. And of course, if he does win, he would be the first world champion to win since last year when Mathieu van der Poel won it. So we've seen Peter Sagan win as well, champion as well. But is Tadej Pogačar going to do this? Yeah, I think the world is going to hold it their breath when Paris-Roubaix happens. But I mean, anyways, with that, that's basically it for this video. Make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new here as well. And why not check out our discussion of Tadej Pogačar as a rider on the Cycling Dane. But with that, thank you for watching, and I will see you around.